Ni hao, 1年修港
We are
Woman
going to tackle the story
A Madman's Diary. Lu Xun or Chao Shuren is the
He was
author
a
of A
leading
Madman's
figure of
Diary.
modern Chinese literature.
The subjects of his works focuses on criticism of traditional Chinese Confucian society, values, and thoughts. Elements of the short story.
The point of view of this short story is in first person or in a central narration. The setting, the story happened in an ordinary village. The time the story was written is by the fall of Qing Dynasty and the start of 1911 Revolution.
Characters.
The Madman. The Madman is an old friend of the narrator. He has an illness that has made him paranoid. The Madman's brother. The Madman's brother takes care of the Madman throughout his illness. The narrator. The narrator is an old friend of the Madman and his brother, Mr. Chow. Chow's dog. The children. Mr. Hu. The Madman's sister. The man from Welcome TV. The woman. A young man.
Plot.
Exposition. At the beginning, the first narrator shared that he had two good friends in high school who he got lost touch. After some time, he received a news that one of them was seriously ill. He came back to his old home to see them, however he only saw one. That friend told him that the invalid was his younger brother he recovered some time ago. The compadre gave the diary of his brother to the narrator which the past illness could be seen. Inciting incident. The second narrator, which is the madman, in the first entry said that he felt unusual high spirits and he must be extremely careful. It shows that he is hallucinating.
The rising action of the story happened when the madman noticed the odds. Some look at him as if they are going to murder the madman. Others discuss him in a whisper manner. A woman who is spanking her son looks straight at him as if she was talking to our narrator. He is bewildered with the actions of the people in their village. A man from Wolf Cub village came and shared a news to his brother. There was someone in their village was beaten to death and eaten by some people. The climax of the story happened when he interrupted the conversation of the two men, so his brother and the man from the Wolf Cub village stared at him. By those stares, he remembered the eyes of the people outside. He shivered. The madman believed that he will also be eaten. For him, the behavior of his fellow villagers were signs that they are man-eaters. In the morning, he was visited by his brother along with Mr. Ho, who would examine him. He concluded that his brother is also a man-eater.
Following action, the Chow family's dog was suspicious to the narrator. A dog became their accomplice. Then, the madman had a conversation with the unnamed man. They argued whether eating human beings right or wrong. The unknown man answered that it was wrong but cannot explain why it is still practiced. He was furious and refused to talk about that matter, and for him, whoever talks about it is in the wrong. Resolution. The madman confronted his brother about cannibalism. His brother smiled cynically. Then a murderous gleam came into his eyes and became pale when he heard their secret. The people in their village, including Mr. Chow and his dog, they all craning their necks to peer in. The brother looked furious and shouted, "Get out of here! All of you, what is the point of looking at a madman?" Old Chen drove everybody away. His brother had disappeared. The madman was advised to go back his room. The madman shouted that they must change.
Then Noma, the madman realized that his little sister, who was 5 years old, was eaten by his elder brother. He was beyond dumb that her flesh was added in the rice and dishes. He wondered if there are still children who have not eaten men. He said, "Save the children."
Conflict. The conflict in the story are man versus society and man versus himself. It is man versus society because the madman senses antagonism from all the villagers that desires to eat him. The story is also man versus man from the narrator suffers from a mental illness and to bewilderness which leads him to become more confused. The theme of the story focuses on cannibalism and traditions. The madman is convinced that everyone in the village wants to cannibalize him.